back again with another episode of how to do behind the back butterfly. So this is related to the people who were doing this pattern where they're doing 2 in front and then 2 behind and then thinking that was the butterfly, which I guess you could call that a butterfly, but in my opinion, it's not really a butterfly if the 2 circles aren't overlapping. So the objective is to get the hands close together behind you like you would have them in front of you. Now, there's 2 directions for doing this. This is coming from underhand, where you're bringing it up from the bottom, up your spine, versus overhand, which is like that. And of course, just like in front of you, in theory, you could do either hand on top. I personally I have not spent enough time to be skilled enough to do both hands on top in both directions, but I think in underhand, I haven't tried this in a long time. Yes, I can do it in underhand and make the underhand thread thing. Now, to get started with this, the first thing is learning how, and I have multiple videos on this, but I'll give you a brief lesson on this whole making sure that you can do these circles back here with your palm posterior. So not this way. You don't want the elbow collapsed in toward your spine. You want the elbow on the outside, which forces you to rotate your shoulder and elbow forward, anterior. And as a result of that, your palm rotates back like this. So if you imagine you're slipping your hands in your back pocket with your palm facing away from you, relaxing your shoulders forward. From that position, you want to be able to do these circles. So to do the easier one, or what most people in my experience have reported as the easier one, is the underhand version of it, coming from underhand. And starting and doing the circles in towards your butt crack. So as you come in towards the midline of your body, you bring it into a circle. Now you want to be able to do that and hold that there with that hand. And then you want to be able to do this and hold this here with this hand. And then once you can do that, and by the way, I recommend you do learn this version of the hip rail where you're going front to back, not just this version where you're going front to back with the palm forward. I recommend learning it with the palm back also. And not just being able to do 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, but being able to do 1 in front, 1 behind, 1 in front, 1 behind. And I recommend doing that with both hands in whichever direction it is that you start out doing the underhand, or start out doing the butterfly in, which, if you're doing what I'm doing, is underhand. So once you can do both of those circles, you can get into it the way you were doing that other pattern that I saw. I saw multiple people do this week. So this is for all of you. I don't want to single anyone out or miss anyone. So this pattern where you're doing 2 in front, 2 behind, 2 in front, 2 behind. This is a cool pattern. It's a type of hip rail. It's kind of like a lockout. A lockout is where you take a move and you make a 2-petal flower. So technically it is a 2-petal flower, but it's like a weird positioning for a 2-petal flower. And you're just doing 2 and 2. What you could do though is do the 2, bring it back here, and then as the other day when I did that video, I said one of the easiest ways to learn how to do the butterfly with either hand on top is to start with a split time butterfly. I think that is also true for this guy back here. Going into split time and walking your hands in toward each other might really help you get the basics of the move. Also, it's a nice contrast between same and split, and same and split, and same and split, and same and split. And you can use that in a performance context pretty well. And you can get, in theory, once you have practiced, walk it in, walk it in, walk it in, walk it in, and then sync it up, sync it up, sync it up, however many times you need to in order to get that comfortably. That is the underhand opposite behind the back butterfly, which is different than the overhand opposite version. Because you start, right? So from overhand, it's like this. It's going out at the bottom of the turn, away from your butt crack with both hands, not towards your butt crack. But, you know, it can be done. So, you know, walk it in, walk it in, walk it in, walk it in, sync it up, and then split time. And clank like I did. Split time. And same time. And split time. And same time. Do better than me. I haven't done that in a really long time. Hope that was helpful. If you have any more questions, let me know. Tag me in the next one, guys. Have a good one.